Now, that was an A-star. Penalty rates. Did you get hit? Did you care? Working after hours. We're going to talk about it now. Doesn't matter. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, legend, how are you?
Really good, thank you. And yourself?
Good. Weekend, out and about. You got hit by penalty rates.
Do you know what I've been saying to people? I had a well-hydrated weekend, because that can mean a variety of things. But I was well-hydrated.
Well hydrated by family, friends, good weather, maybe some alcohol. It was good.
It was well-rested. And yourself?
That was great. Went to a mate's place for a barbie. Lisa's still recovering from the old COVID, and you went to what'd you go to? What do they call those rooms?
Yeah, I did an escape room on Sunday, so I was locked in a room with the family for a minimum of 1 hour. We didn't escape, so it took us a little bit longer. But yeah, great thing to do, friends or family. Something a bit different. They're really clever, really well set up.
How many people can you get in those rooms?
We had 4. I think there's definitely space for maybe 1 or 2 more. I probably wouldn't go any more than 6 because they'd be a bit squished.
Yeah, I've done that in America and I bloody love it. Now, it was open on a public holiday. I'm surprised. Well, that's not really a public holiday, the Sunday.
Yeah, so I went out on Friday, public holiday. It was very different, actually. It was very different. I didn't realize how many businesses were closed on a public holiday. I thought it was quite normal to open up for business and, put the surcharge on to cover the extra bit of staff wages. But, yeah, there was a lot closed. A lot of normal, clothing businesses closed. Pharmacies were closed. Funny enough, we were looking for a pharmacy. 3 or 4 were closed. It was strange.
I went looking for butter and ended up in 9 places.
It's true. It is.
Servo, this, that. And I was like, convenience stores that don't sell butter. I was like, what the hell? That's weird. But the big question we want to talk about today was obviously we're relating it into real estate being available after hours, telling you about what we do after hours and if it works for us after hours. But where it sort of started this morning was we were talking about penalty rates where you have to pay $5 per person or $10 on top of your bill. Did it get up your nose? Do you understand it and support it? What do you reckon?
Well, I'm all here for backing businesses, especially working after hours or on a public holiday. But I went into the city to meet with a friend, Mark. They tried to charge me $18. Not only did they charge me or tried to charge me, they were successful. $18 for a pint of beer. And I was thinking, that's a bit heavy.
How did that happen? Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that a percentage on top or was that like $5 each person?
No, it was a percentage on top. And they were transparent with it. Had it on the table and a little sign before you ordered. So that's fine. But we did end up moving on venues because it was just so ridiculously expensive.
Where was that you went?
Bungalow 8 in the city, on the water in.
You didn't choose the cheapest place.
Not exactly, but $18 for a beer. I was thinking that's steep. And then what got me thinking was the next day on the Sunday, we went back into the city. And Manly Fast Ferry was all free. And I've never seen so many people commuting via ferry into the city and back into Manly on the way home. It was
the numbers are in force. The numbers are in force now. People are out. People have been locked up. I think the bad weather's had a lot to do with it as well. But I'd love to know what other people think out there about being charged a premium on a public holiday. I'm a supporter of it. I think I'd rather pay and be open than not have the option of the venue at all.
Yeah.
Particularly given where labour costs have been lately in the last year or two. how it works for us in real estate is really, really interesting. So we had a couple of lockouts over the weekend. We had one of our tenants who's 84. Poor guy was locked out of his place where we had to get up there for him. We had another tenant, younger guy, and his partners couldn't get in on Saturday night. We had to get him in as well. And it's one of those things where I know we always say we never sleep and we promote working hard. It takes your toll on your body and your business and your mind as well. We do opens on Sundays, but Billy, you're often the Sunday guy out there. You just did your a great deal on a Sunday from a buyer. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so this gentleman actually contacted the team on our after hours number saying he's going to be late for the Sunday open. The message got through. We hung on for him, got him through very quickly, but naturally had to wrap up that open soon after he arrived just because I had to go on to the next one. But he seemed genuinely interested. So I said, what I can do is, although you've only had a couple minutes here now, I'll come back and show you through in half an hour once I finish up the second one. And he ended up going on to purchase the property, Mark. He really loved it. Just moved in from interstate, here to stay, relocated for a little while. And I think it's not necessarily that he wouldn't have purchased the property if he'd seen it the next day on the Wednesday or the Saturday open home. It's more he might not have seen it in that time frame, as in he might not have got the momentum going and ended up going ahead with that specific property. He was in the market to buy, but maybe not that property.
But look, I guess it's a myth where you can go, look, do I really want to contact an agent after hours? Do I need to?
Yeah.
Do I really need to see it on a Sunday? And it's all no. But if you've got that ability to have that option open to people, I think I know it creates trust and loyalty to a brand. I know people probably have that little bit more admiration or respect or whatever when they can see you trying and working really, really hard, whether it's on a Sunday, whether it's out of hours. With our lockouts that we had on the weekend, a couple of people locked out the property. Most of us in the industry would say, mate, call a locksmith. Now, a retired 84-year-old locked out of a property, calling a locksmith to get in on a digital lock, which was the intercom at the front of the building and the digital lock on the door, would have cost him $400 or $500, maybe $300-$400. For a retiree, that's steep. And I know that's how it is, bad luck, but I don't know. I think there's something. I think I definitely know your business. If you're looking after people better, that is definitely going to look after your entire business more. So my point is the Sunday opens. My point is the after-hours service. Not a lot of people know, but if people contact our business out of hours by email, make a sales inquiry, they'll hear back from us guaranteed within 10 minutes. I think that's all brand trust for people, and people they are willing to refer more the business if you're there for them when they need you the most.
It's definitely just a huge difference in where the rest of your industry or competition lies. I think speed is a beautiful thing because it really it's a bit of a game changer. Catches people off guard more often than not because they're used to slower replies or we'll come back to you tomorrow, next business day. It's the worst reply you can ask for, really.
And you know what? I reckon you create yourself more business. I reckon you create yourself more work. That I'll get back to you. I was just talking with the sales team the other day about getting shit done straight away. The good old putting someone on hold and making a call for that person and sorting it out on the spot. It doesn't happen anymore. So people are often just saying, I'll call you back, I'll sort it out and call you back. Whereas, 15 years ago, you put the person on hold, make the call, sort the shit out, come back and saying it's done. So I think sometimes we're creating more work for ourselves because we're going to call you back.
I actually love that. And I've never really ever put someone on hold and said, let me make that call for you. So I thought
every
that was
mobile handset does it, and every mobile says does it. And you know what it does? It creates urgency for you. It creates urgency with the client. It creates urgency on the call that you're making for them. And it actually compresses those 3 calls to get a solution straight away, rather than shelving it and coming back later. I think people respect you more in business for it. So I think all in all today, if we had to answer the question on penalty rates and after hours service, our motto is we never sleep. What do you reckon? In summary,
I think you nailed it. In summary, people are definitely willing to pay a little bit more, and to have the option to go out, have that experience, or get something really quick. It's always well received.
And they'll pay more for a property.
They'll pay more for everything: speed, property, service. Yeah, it's proven. Yeah.
That is for sure. You know what? If you look at a product that you have to wait for, or a product you can get on the spot, people will always spend more for convenience. Fact.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's proven. I'll do it with an $18 beer. I will cry, but I will do it.
You still do it. And you know what? You feel bad about. I was actually surprised yesterday how many people were closed in major tourist locations. So I was like, shit, that was very, very surprising.
I don't know if that had anything to do with the government, Mark, saying some people are allowed to be open or some people not. But the people that were open, I was in Manly yesterday, they were doing really well. So well.
And good morning to Colin. Has to be done. Look, it does, and I think as consumers, I think we've got to support it as well, and get out there and support these businesses. And it's we all want that business to be open. It's heartbreaking. I went to a Chinese restaurant yesterday, killing for Chinese. I had a bit of a hangover, and the Chinese restaurant was closed. I was like, no. So I'd rather pay the premium. In short.
Yeah, you would have done anything for that little bit of Peking duck.
Far out, that salty Chinese after a big night. Love it.
Yeah, totally.
All right, mate. That's a wrap. Everyone have a great week. It's a short week. We've got Anzac holiday coming in. So that's on, what day is it? Monday, the Anzac public holiday. Friday.
The public holiday is the Monday, but I think it falls on Saturday 25th, or I think it falls on the weekend, somewhere around the weekend, and then we've got Monday out, something similar to that. But don't fact check that.
All right, have a great week, everyone. Take care, and Billy, have a good one.
You too. Thanks, Mark.
There, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.